I'd like to show you a very quick, delicious pasta salad. I've already taken the pasta, which is a fun shape called ditalini. And believe it or not, they even have it at Winco. They have it at most places. It's little short pasta and it looks like it will cook more quickly, but it takes about the same 8 to 10 minutes that most pasta does. So look for ditalini. It's inexpensive and it's a fun shape. So here it is right here, and I have cooked it for 10 minutes. I put it in an ice bath. Bonnie has discovered that if you add your salad ingredients and your sauce to pasta that has cooled completely, an ice bath works, then it doesn't absorb the salad dressing more than you'd like it to. It kind of resists it a little bit if it starts out cold. So there we have our cold cooked ditalini, and there are only just a few extra things that may seem ordinary, but altogether it's kind of exotic. You can buy mozzarella pearls, little bite-sized pieces, but they are kind of expensive. So if you're making a large version of this salad, this is what I've discovered. You take a regular piece of mozzarella in its regular size, and you're going to dice it. A dicing machine does not work unless you happen to have a professional one. I really had to spend a while cleaning out my dicer, so I learned that if you just take a tool like this, if it's known as a bench scraper or a dough scraper, whatever, this little tool does a nice job of cutting your mozzarella. And it tastes just the same as those little bites at a fraction of a cost, especially if you're making a large salad. I would say the kind I'm making is an average sized salad. So if you doubled the recipe. So you put the amount of mozzarella cheese. I'm recommending about a cup, and because I'm doing it on camera, it looks a little awkward, but it really does go quickly compared to spending 2 hours cleaning out your dicer, because it does not, again, I'll repeat, it does not work in a little dicing machine.
Now, did you double the size of the recipe?
No.
Did you have? Okay.
No. So for this size recipe, you need about a cup, which is about a half of this log. I've already thrown the paper away, so I don't remember the weight. Is it? Oh, it's right there. 16 ounces. So this is 1 pound. I would say you're generous with a half a pound. So I'm doing one more slice so you can see that you can probably do it better than I can. So I just cut it one, and with this dough cutter or bench scraper, because you can lean on it, it goes right through the mozzarella with no problem. And they don't have to be, even those cute little mozzarella balls are all the same size. This way they'll know this is a home done salad. You're also going to want 1 can of garbanzo beans. So far we've got one 1 pound bag of pasta, 1 of garbanzo beans, and 1 of cannellini beans. Joanne, could you just rinse those a little bit? We'll rinse them off and drain them. And while she's doing that, I will go to your dressing. You start with a good ranch dressing. Whatever your favorite ranch dressing is, that will do. And you just add a couple more things to this ranch dressing. You do need 1.5 cups of it for this recipe. I like to make mine from the mix that has you add your own buttermilk and your own mayonnaise. However, you do it however you want. Commercially produced, whether it's bottled or refrigerated, doesn't matter. Just a ranch dressing that you like, you need 1.5 cups of it. Now the other thing of choice is pesto sauce. You can make your own or you can buy yours. And the original recipe I changed for my recipe, recommended 1.5 cups of pesto sauce. That is way too much for my family. So we've got that down to 1 tablespoon is plenty.
Big
Big
difference.
difference.
Yes. And so then there's sun-dried tomatoes in here, and that's also controversial because it says up to 1 cup, but it depends on how many sun-dried tomatoes your family likes. And so, see, just whisking in that pesto sauce completely changes the flavor of ranch dressing. So that's my big secret. If you don't like sun-dried tomatoes, I would recommend just leaving them out. Or you could add cherry tomatoes at the last minute, and that would be delicious. Or if you don't like tomatoes at all, it's your salad. You leave that out. So before we mix, Joanne, could you give me a fork? A fork. Okay, so I'm adding in our chickpeas and our cannelloni, a can of cannelloni. I love saying that. And then my family kind of likes sun-dried tomatoes. I'm not going to put the whole number in. I'll just put some. I'm using them for garnish. Okay. So now all we have to do is add the dressing. And once you stir, that salad is ready to put in the refrigerator and ready for anything that you want. I'm going to use the salad tongs that my dear daughter Cindy sent me because these are very special to me. But you can use any kind of a spoon. So don't worry if you don't have beautiful utensils like this. Just use whatever you've got. And there we have, I think the appearance, I actually would prefer putting cherry tomatoes in at the last minute because those sun-dried ones don't look like anything. It adds to the drama. So here we have a very quick pasta salad that tastes a little bit unusual. Let's have a taste test.
Does it matter if you use that packed in water or oil?
I don't think it matters. It just says sun-dried tomatoes.
Okay.
The other thing they said is please add shaved Parmesan cheese. I don't believe that shaved tastes any different to me. And so I run my cheese through the electric shredder that I have. And this happens to be Romano cheese. And I don't think there's much difference between Parmesan and Romano.
So
But
you
it's
grated
nice
that?
to come. I grated
Yes.
that myself.
That's beautiful.
And I keep it in the freezer. I have purchased the shaved Parmesan cheese, and it doesn't
I don't like it.
change any flavor for me. I mean, it's fine, but it's not worth having one more thing when this is the same cheese that can go on top of anything that you need cheese.
Yeah.
So here we have our pesto pasta salad.
It's really good.
So the pesto just tips ranch dressing into something a little different.
Very good.
So many pasta salads kind of lose the flavor. And you just feel like you're just eating pasta.
But this
Right.
is, and
So
the
good.
ditalini is a kind of fun shape.
This is delicious.
But surprisingly, don't think it takes less time to cook even though it looks little.
yeah.
It does take the full time.
Yeah, it's thick.
Yep.